Hello everyone, good evening. I'm Steve from UCAN English Tutoring, one of the leading institutions that helps you to prepare well for the examinations such as OET, IELTS and PTE. In today's video, I'm going to assess one of my students' OET letters and provide the word-by-word feedback. Let's get on to it. She has written on the date on the top, that's good, and she has also written on the address's contact details without any issues, that's good. And then she has written down the reference details of the patient, that is Ms Amy Vineyard, comma 21-year-old. It's not 21-year-old, but it is 21 years old. Okay, so you need to be a bit careful about that. 21-year-old, that's wrong. It's actually 21 years old. Okay, all right, let's go to the next one. Dear Miss Lucy San, or whatever it is, Lucy Ban, or whatever it is. So you should write down only the surname, not the first name, okay, not the full name. So instead of writing down Miss Lucy Ban, you should have written on Miss Miss Ban, comma, that should be the one. So try not to use Dear Lucy Ban, okay. Dear Miss Lucy, dear Miss Ban. Okay, all right, let's go to the next one. Okay, then the introduction paragraph. I'm writing this letter in two regards. No, it's not two regards, but in regards to. Okay, so two regards, that's wrong. So you should write down in regards to. That will be the correct presentation. Okay, so in regards to Miss Vineyard, who is being discharged today. She requires community mental health nurse to provide ongoing care and management during pregnancy to control her depression and alcohol intake. That's good. She requires community mental health nurse. You have to mention she requires a community mental health nurse. You have written community mental health nurse. Okay, that's all right. So you have to add a. So you have to say a community mental health nurse. Okay, that's what you have to do. All right, let's go to the next one. So the next one is initially Miss Vineyard self-presented. Okay, whenever you write down self and then presented, you have to use, okay, like this. All right, self-presented, you have to say self and then hyphen and then presented. All right, self-presented. Self always goes with an hyphen and it is going to be considered as a one word only. For example, self hyphen respect, self hyphen confidence, self hyphen harm, all these words would be one word only. Okay, right. Initially Miss Vineyard self presented to our hospital with the experienced back pain. No, it's not with the experienced back pain. You have to say just back pain. That's it. So don't say with the experienced back pain. So it's going to be with experienced back pain. That's wrong. With back pain. That's it. That's what you have to do. And then there is a comma because there are few other issues as well. Let's go through that. Unexpected weight loss and depression with the 6 weeks pregnancy. That's good. All right, I'm happy with that. That's fine. During hospitalization, Miss Vineyard was tested for AIDS and sexually transmitted diseases. It could be better to expand this abbreviation, but if it is really longer, it's okay. Otherwise, you could have expanded this one. Okay. And sexually transmitted diseases and counseling provided regarding the pregnancy. Okay, nutrition and STDs risk. Okay, so what you could have done is, and the counseling provider, counseling cannot be provided itself, and then there is another spelling mistake as well. Anyway, let's go through that one by one. All right, so counseling, this is what you have written on. Sorry, there's only one L. Okay, counseling provided. So what you should have done is you should have written on counseling. There's gonna be 2L. Counseling was provided. That's what you have to mention. Okay, right, let's go to the next one. So counseling was provided regarding pregnancy, nutrition, and STDs risk. So it's better to you expand at least, you know, STDs risk. Okay, STDs risk. You can say risks on sexually transmitted diseases. Okay, STDs. All right, let's go to the next one. So that's a social paragraph. So socially, Ms Vineyard lives with her friend. She has been started smoking when she was only 15 years old. Okay, so 15 years old, there is an issue because 15 and then years and then hyphen and then old. This, there should be hyphen between the number and the years as well. I mean, you should write like this: 15 hyphen years hyphen old. Okay, that should have been done. All right, let's go through the next one. Additionally, she's heavy drinker. Okay, so she is a heavy drinker, smoker, and drug abuser. Okay, she is a heavy drinker. Okay, she is heavy drinker. That's wrong. So you should say she is a heavy drinker. She is okay. She is a heavy drinker, a smoker, and a drug abuser. So you should use all these things, but I think you haven't used smoker and drug abuser. So you haven't used any articles before these things. Okay, drinker, smoker, and drug abuser. So it's not good. Or let's go to the next one. Sometimes she used shared needles, okay, and injections of heroin. So it should be shared needles. Sometimes she used shared needles. It's not used share needles. That's wrong. Okay, so what you should have done is you should have used shared needles. Okay, otherwise you can simply say she shared needles. That's fine. And injections of heroin. That's okay. She has no contact with her family and she attempted suicide and self-injury also. Self-injuries, there's a spelling mistake, plus that must be one word only. Okay, I will write it down. What do you have to do? All right, self and then space and then injuries. Sorry, injuries. That's wrong. Okay, so what you should have done is you should have written on like this: self-injuries. Okay, because the spelling would be injuries. That's how you need to write down. Okay, all right, let's go to the next one. Okay, right. In view of the above, Ms. Vineyard requires social and psychiatric support to reduce depression and continue her pregnancy. That's good. During prenatal period, there should be a comma, you know, the maternal health clinic appointment. Okay, right. During the prenatal period, there should be a comma. Prenatal period. Okay, so you have written on during prenatal period. During prenatal period. So it should be during prenatal period and there should be a comma. Okay. And then the maternal health clinic appointment. All right, let's go to the next page. Maternal is vital and first trimester ultrasound is scheduled after 2 weeks. That's okay, that's good. It would be highly appreciated if you could please visit her daily in next 2 weeks. Now for the next 2 weeks and help her in methadone program, Alcoholics Anonymous meetings to control her alcohol consumption. That's okay. So what you could have done is here for the next 2 weeks. Okay, instead of writing in 2 weeks, in next 2 weeks, You could have mentioned for the next 2 weeks, okay, because she needs to visit her every day for the next 2 weeks, okay. All right, and help her out. Yeah, so everything else is all good. If you have any questions, okay, this is spelling mistake. It's Quentin's. That's wrong. I don't know why you have written on this. Any Quentin's? It's like any questions. Okay. Okay, let's go to the next one. Please do not hesitate to contact me. Okay, yours sincerely, comma, St. Kilda Women's Refugee Center. So you have to write down, you know, the name of your position. You shouldn't write down the organization's name. Okay, please write down the name of your designation before you write down the organization's name. All right. Okay. Let's go to the assessment now. Grammar could have been better because you have committed many issues, okay? And then spelling should be improved as well. You have committed many spelling mistakes. Use of punctuation marks, including syllables. Otherwise, you can say hyphens, okay? Hyphens, sorry, hyphens, commas, hyphens, commas could have been much better. And commas could have been better. Let's go to the next one. All right, the next one is okay. Some words are unnecessarily added. Some words are unnecessarily added in your letter, and they could have been removed. Okay, that could have been done. All right. Yep. Use of prepositions and articles could have been much better. Okay, vocabulary could have been improved a bit. Okay, connectivity is okay. You could have used more complex and compound sentences. All right, that could have been done. Okay, so what else? Case notes were well organized. I'm happy with that. Abbreviations could have been avoided. Abbreviations could have been expanded. Relevant case notes were included. Well done. I have already checked it. Presentation and layout were fine. I'm happy with that. Overall task fulfillment is also good. Okay, that's all right. Let me go through the score now. Expected score. This sounds like, let me go through the severity of the mistakes and the frequency of the mistakes. Okay, some of the mistakes are very critical because they are related to grammar and punctuation marks, which are the assessment parameters. You could have written on your designation before you have written on the organization's name, and then the use of articles and punctuation marks, prepositions could have been better as well. To me, this sounds like a letter which is very close to C++, but I'm not fully happy to provide you C++. To me, this sounds like a 280 out of 500 graded letter. This means it's a C grade letter. Please do not lose your hope. You can, go through the feedback and then identify your mistakes and try not to commit those mistakes once again. That's what you have to do. I thank you so much for watching this video. If you would like to get your first letter assessed at free of cost, please send an email to me at steve@ucanenglishtutoring.com so that I can assess it and provide you the feedback as soon as I can. Otherwise, you can send a message to me on my WhatsApp number, that is +61 468 480 877. When you send a message to me on WhatsApp, you can take a photo of the writing that you have done on a paper, and then you can check it whether it is readable or not, and then you can send it to me, please. You can also follow me on my Facebook page, that is www.facebook.com/UCAN Thank you so much for watching this video, and I wish you good luck with your OET examination. Take care. Bye-bye.